Welcome to my writer's room. I'm BT Higgins. Welcome to lesson 4.5, recommendations of rabid readers. We have a brand new promo that I want to splice in right here. It's just a really exciting, professionally recorded promo. What do you think about this?
Do you foam at the mouth when reading a good book? Do you find yourself neglecting family time to read the next chapter? Do you carry your book literally everywhere you go? Do you find yourself binge reading under your blanket when you're supposed to be asleep? Do you favor books over your fellow humans? If so, then you're a rabid reader! Amazing. I am so honored to be on this show.
What, did you just say? It sounded like you just said, I'm so excited to be on this pause, show? Show?
I'm like, wait, is it like
Are you not proud to be on the show, or do you not think that a show?
I'm proud to be on this show.
Okay, who are you?
My name is Olivia.
And who let you in here?
You. You are, yeah.
All right, we're back with Rabid Readers. We've got another Rabid Reader with us. She was so excited to share her book that she even wrote notes. So I've got 10 questions for her, and she's going to just recommend the book that she thinks is worth recommending today. What is the book that you brought with you?
Artemis Fowl.
Artemis Fowl. Now, there's a bunch of Artemis Fowls. This is the first one. The first
It's just called
book.
Artemis Fowl.
Why did you bring the first book?
Because it's the first one in the series, and I don't know.
Awkward pause.
Awkward silence.
Awkward silence.
Just because it's the first one in the series and the first one that I read. So.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I liked it. I liked the characters of it because you sort of like get attached to the characters, and you kind of like feel what they feel a little bit, like, and yeah.
All right, Artemis Fowl is written by
Owen Colfer.
Mm-hmm. It is the first of 8 books, and then there's spin-off series. And so if you like this one, you can go off to lots of different ones. So let me go on and just start with some of the questions, okay?
Okay.
I guess this is question number 2. We just talked about question number 1. Tell me about the book, a little about its plot and its story.
Okay. So Artemis Fowl is about Artemis Fowl and his scheme of kidnapping a fairy, and notes referring to my notes. And he's kidnapping the fairy to blackmail them so the fairies can give him some of their gold, because he needs the gold to fund searching expeditions to find his father, who is missing.
So he needs gold. So is he like some poor guy that's trying to get rich?
Well, he's rich already, but he also needs to because he's already spent a lot of money on the search expeditions and stuff, but he needs more money to do that, and he also just wants to restore his family's fortune. Okay.
And so his motivation is to get rich. Sounds like he's not a good guy.
Yeah, he's kind of he's a little stubborn in the first book.
A little stubborn?
Yeah.
Would you classify him as a villain?
I mean, he's villainous, but I don't know. I guess he would be the antagonist, I guess.
So are you trying to say he's like a villain,
but like not a villain?
More to him. He's not quite a full villain. So you're rooting for him, even though he's doing some kind of bad stuff. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that teases a few things. There's obviously lots of stuff. You said fairies, so there's magical creatures. What are some of the different magical creatures that are in this?
So like it's not just like little 6-inch people with wings. It's like
so it's not what is it? Tinkerbells.
Yeah. So there's elves, they're kind of fairy, and then there's pixies and sprites and goblins and trolls, and there's a lot more.
Are you saying like fairies is kind of like the word like
Yeah,
humans? It's like all of the creatures of that are in that fairy category.
Yeah, like mammals.
Okay, like mammals. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What do you think Owen Colfer does well as a writer? Focusing kind of on a writer because this is a writer's show.
I said probably like suck you into it. And he also, his characters are unique and funny.
How does he suck you into it?
He like makes unique plots and kind of like keeps you on your toes. Like, what'll happen next? What'll happen next? You know.
Okay. So are there a lot of like uncertain moments and?
Yeah, or at least in the first one, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So and so you think that that's what he does really well? Unique plots.
Yeah, and then
interesting characters.
Yeah.
Okay, I agree on the characters. Interesting plots too. Those two things. Are crucial. Otherwise, what?
It'll be boring.
And if it is boring, then
I wouldn't want to read it.
Yeah, and you're gonna dump it. You're gonna
forget this.
So we want to, as writers, we want to try and keep our stuff from being boring.
Yes.
A lot of the way that we can do that is by letting it entertain us first. If we're making it fun for us and entertaining us, well, there's probably going to be some readers that are like us.
Yeah.
And it'll entertain them as well. If we're bored by it, well, that might be a sign.
Oh, the next chapter.
Oh, I don't want to do any more. This is horrible. So, give me a rundown of some of the characters. I know there's a lot. Okay, you know Artemis Fowl. Did you say how old Artemis Fowl is?
Artemis Fowl is 12 years old.
Okay, 12 years old. So he's a kid.
Yeah.
How was he able to do that whole plot to kidnap a fairy and then ransom them, the fairy, for gold when he's 12?
Well, he's like a genius. He's really smart.
Ah, super genius.
Yes.
Villain with a heart of gold. I see.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Tell me about the rest of them.
So there's Artemis Fowl, Holly Short, and she is an elf. She is the main fairy character. And she is a leprechaun captain. She works for the Lower Elements Police, and that stands for LEP, and then leprechaun.
So it's LEP, Racon.
Yeah, leprechaun. Yeah. And there's also Commander Root, and he's the commander of the LEP. There's also Foley. He's a centaur, and he's like the tech genius. He makes all of the LEP tech and stuff. There's also Butler, and he's Artemis's bodyguard.
Okay, so stop there because we don't need the full list.
Yeah.
Favorite character among all the different characters, and I know there's even more than what you just listed.
Yeah.
Which one or two do you like the best?
Holly. I like Holly.
Okay, why do you like Holly?
She's awesome.
Because Holly is awesome. Please explain how or what she does that wins that label for you.
Well, first of all, she's a girl character.
There we go. We finally got to it.
Yeah.
Why do you like her the best? She's a girl.
She's a girl.
I like the girl character.
She's a tough girl.
She's tough. She's like an action hero.
Yeah.
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 What else?
Or
do you only like Holly?
Well, I also like Artemis because he's like, I don't know, the main character.
Because they named the book after him. So
yeah.
Okay. So, in this book, is there magic?
Yes.
Can you explain how the magic system works?
So, the fairies have magic. Most of them do. So, elves, so like Holly has magic. And so they can heal themselves or others. And they can shield to like turn invisible. But not all the way invisible, so you can just see like a haze in the air.
Kind of shimmery.
Yeah, shimmery haze, yeah. And then they can also speak all the human languages.
Okay.
So the gift of tongues. And then, is there any more?
There's a whole bunch of stuff in there that is like super awesome, but it's not magical. It's almost like there's like high tech mixed with magic. What kind of stuff do they have that's just high tech?
So there's like LEP helmets that have like, I don't know. Let's see.
What's all
there's
the stuff
like,
they have in there? Like it's different kinds of imaging stuff, or
there's like heat, like vision, night vision, like heat filters.
And they could talk like to the back to the people who are down underground. So some kind of communication devices.
Yeah.
And
there's probably a lot more.
I think it's kind of one of those things where it's like that just at every turn in the story, more tech is invented.
Yeah.
Or explained. And apparently, it seemed to me that it was all invented by Foley. You know, so he's like the super genius underground inventing everything that makes these guys so far ahead of human tech that humans don't even know that they're there.
Yeah.
Right. So, which is the main thing that they want to stay hidden, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, do you like the magic part or the high tech part more?
I mean, the magic is like it. I really like the magic part, but then the high tech part, it's very useful. Like with all the tech, like if there wasn't tech, they wouldn't have been able to do the stuff they were able to do in the book. Yeah. So I don't know.
Not sure on that one.
Yeah, okay. They're both good.
Both. I'd like to check both boxes, please.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a fantasy story,
or sci-fi fantasy.
A sci-fi or kind of almost a mix. Because usually fantasy that has elves, it's more than fantasy, but it's like futuristic tech stuff. So it's like a melding of those two and meeting it somewhere in the middle. Why do you like those kinds of books?
They're like there's a bunch of possibilities with them, and they're pretty much always really interesting.
Do you read mostly those kinds of books, or do you read other things?
Yeah, mostly.
What are some other things that you do read that are kind of fantasy?
Oh. All the Artemis Fowls. I don't know. Let's see. I mean, I read books where like I don't know if that's not really fantasy. Well, I read the Warrior Cats books.
Okay. The Warrior Cats fantasy. Well, let's see. Can cats talk to themselves?
No. So it's fantasy.
Not in that sense. So that is fantastic. That is a fantasy. So you got Warrior Cats. I know you read some of the other ones, but okay. So different feel of fantasy, but still fantasy. And do you ever read anything that's different than fantasy, like I don't know, historical fiction or contemporary, where it's just normal lives, normal people?
Well, I read the Laura Ingalls Wilder books.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. Would you recommend those ones?
Yeah. They're good.
Those are kind of historical fiction.
Yeah.
Okay, so you read a few different things. You're not just fantasy sci-fi. You have a few different things you enjoy. So that's good. A well-rounded reader.
Yeah.
What kind of readers or people do you think will enjoy these books?
Sci-fi fantasy lovers.
Okay.
And
What ages do you think?
Probably like probably like 11 and up.
11 and up?
Probably.
Okay. All right, good. What do you think that Owen Colfer should write next?
Fowl Twins 3. Because Fowl Twins is the spin-off series of the Artemis Fowl books starring Artemis Fowl's brothers.
Right. I think you're probably going to get your wish because that is what he's writing. So, okay. So he should just continue the story. Do you think there's a lot more stories to tell within this Artemis Fowl universe?
I think so. Because it's,
It's, okay.
I don't know. I say it's, and I'm like, wait, I don't know what to say next.
Yeah, that's
but yeah.
All right, last question. You've been great, by the way. Thanks for being here. Last question. If you were to write a story that was in the Artemis Fowl universe, what would it be about?
Okay, so I would do it. So in the Fowl Twins, I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, but Artemis is in space. He's like going to Mars or whatever. But I would write a story. I mean, if I could. Yes, I don't.
Of course you could.
I could. You
couldn't publish it, but for fun, you could.
Yeah,
write it.
I don't know if I would be really good at it, like having the feel, but I don't know. So I would write a story where Artemis, like he's in trouble or whatever, and his brothers on Earth would have to go and save him, and I would kind of get like the old crew, so to speak, from the from the original Artemis Fowl books back together, like Holly, and like Foley, and then Mulch, if that's another character.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So, yeah, the old crew.
So kind of merge the old and the new.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, getting the old band back together.
Yeah. So, yeah.
All right. Well, the only thing we got to do now is you got to sing that song you prepared, right? You have that song, right?
I have a song?
I thought you said you were going to sing a whole song. Maybe it was a couple of songs.
What?
I'm just joking.
I'm like, what? No.
Just joking. All right, Olivia, thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
All right, so long.
Bye.